someone who's been in the spiritualist and witch community for quite a long time, there's a few things that I've turned a blind eye to over the years as spirituality and witchcraft become more of a trend and more popularized. However, there's one thing in particular I cannot turn a blind eye to, and I must exercise my throat chakra and speak about, and that is people who post intimate spell works that are done for clients or themselves. In particular, cord cutting ceremonies. Mystical beings, in the video today, we're going to talk about how energy works and the belief behind energy. And then we're going to talk about what cord cutting ceremonies are and what they actually do. Then I have two videos and some comments I'm actually going to pull up and talk about to kind of reiterate my point. But without further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe, join the tribe, become a mystical being today, and let's get into this video. So the very first, most important point of this whole video, how witches, how spiritualists believe energy works, right? So there's a belief that if you really believe something, if you really want something and you put energy towards it, you think about it, you pray on it, it will come to you. In a lot of witch communities, they believe in the threefold rules. I personally do not, but some people do, which means whatever you do will come back to you 3 times as much, good or bad. There's also the belief in many spiritual beliefs about evil eye, casting ojo, putting negative energy towards a person in their life, correct? And I'm speaking from experience. When you are posting your spells online, you are opening a door, an invitation for people to cast their energy on that, whether it is good or bad. A lot of the times, a lot of spiritualists and witches don't think about sealing their spell work, keeping it closed. Every spell work that I've ever posted on my social media has been a demo spell. It might be a spell I did similar for a client, but it is not a spell directly for the client. Because I am aware that when you put stuff on the internet, it goes everywhere, okay? It's there forever. People have their opinions. And those opinions are going to affect your spell work because those opinions, those words, those thoughts, those eyes, that's energy. Now let's talk about what the hell actually is a cord cutting ceremony. I know if you are in the witchy spiritual community, you have probably seen these videos quite often. Matter of fact, as you can see here, there's tons of videos just on Instagram alone of these ceremonies, some of them with millions of views. That's crazy to me. And every single time I see these spells, it's always someone simplifying what the spell actually means and what it actually does. And they say, oh, the string or the twine is supposed to represent you cutting that cord, that relationship with that person. You can do it for self-love. You can do it for an ex-boyfriend you can't get over. Those things are true, yes. However, and this is why doing research on spell work like this is so crucial, cord cutting ceremonies are serious. Cord cutting ceremonies are raw, they're ugly, and they're emotional. The purpose of this spell is to deeply purify, deeply cleanse, and deeply banish that person's energy from your life and your energy from that person's life. This is not anything to fuck around with. This is serious type magic, okay? This is stuff that if done improperly can actually really mess up your life and the way you think about things. The whole idea of the cord is it is your emotional attachment to the situation, to the person. And when you sever that tie, there are unknown consequences for doing that. You have no idea what cutting that cord means if you don't do your research. If it's with the toxic ex that you keep going back and forth with, buckle up. When that cord is cut, you are going to have the biggest emotional roller coaster you have ever had in your life. Because what those types of spells do is bring up the ugly. It brings up the ugly. It brings up the trauma. It wants you to face that head on and release it. That's what those spells are for. It is so dangerous to be posting extremely delicate spells online for strangers to comment on, for strangers to cast their ojo on. Evil eye does not necessarily mean it's a negative thought. It could just be someone putting their 2 cents into the situation. But guess what? Their 2 cents, they activated their throat chakra. Now their energy is involved in the spell. If you are posting someone's abusive ex-husband and they're doing this spell, well then wouldn't you think any abusive ex-husband might think, because you know they're delusional, might think that their wife or their partner purchased that from that person and then do harm to that person? Like, there's so many repercussions to posting these types of things online. Me personally, as a responsible magic practitioner, I would never, ever post any kind of intimate spell work online. Sorry, I just wouldn't personally, unless it is like a how-to video. I have seen videos on Instagram, seen helpful Instagram posts about cord cutting ceremonies. They tell you what kind of spells or what kind of herbs to use, what kind of candles, why to use them, and how to build it properly. I don't see anything wrong with how-to videos. And you know what, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you a video here and we're gonna react to some comments that are under this video. Let me show you here. So this one here, this one, a cord cutting so intense I had to end and re-cleanse, will require a second one. Why the fuck we posting that? Clearly, if this is real, right? Because the other half of me is very skeptical and I don't think these things are real. If these are real, why are you posting this? This person is clearly traumatized. This person has clearly been wounded in this relationship if they're gonna need a second cleanse. Why are you posting that? I haven't even pressed play yet. I already have a problem with it. Let's press play and keep going, okay? Wait for it. Gotta love the TikTok, Instagram clickbait and this person's extremely important, deeply wounding experience. Gotta have the wait for it there so you guys watch. Okay, you can see the flames really going. Okay. So right here, okay, if this is real, interpretation from a witch, they both got a lot going on, okay? But here's the problem, right? I shouldn't even be able to interpret this for this person. Clearly, both of these people in this situation are deeply wounded, deeply need healing. And we're posting this with the wait for it. Okay. So there we go. We see his candle falls and then it just gets set ablaze. I mean, it is on fire. She blows it out. One thing I have to say, okay? Even if your clients give you permission to post this stuff, you still shouldn't. Your client is not the magic practitioner. They don't know better than you. They're paying you to be the professional, okay, in that moment. They don't, like when someone comes to me for a Brazilian wax, they don't know the sterilization and cleanliness protocols that I go through. They just come in to trust that I'm gonna do it. It's the same idea with magic and exchanging energy like that. But I just wanna go through some of these comments I screenshotted for you, okay? So this video here had 1.1 million views. First comment, I don't think either of them are innocent here. Looks like the client was furious about their separation. Ma'am. Like, I feel like I don't even have to go on. That person is casting their opinion on the situation. And let alone if you're the client reading through these comments, that's gonna influence your energy as well. This person does not know these people, does not understand what's going on, is simply interpreting the flames, right? This person is casting their opinion on the spell. Spell's ruined. Especially if you did not magically seal that shit airtight, that shit's done. It's gone. Here's another comment, okay? This might sound weird, but I inhaled deeply through my nose at the end of this video and smelled a new smell to the room I'm in. I don't know how to describe it, and it went away. Okay, so if we're gonna believe this person, now the energy of the spell is infiltrating them because they didn't put their shield up and now it's affecting them. Do y'all not understand what I'm saying here? And I'm someone who believes in energy transference. I definitely believe you can feel energy through the phone. Next one, gotta love this one. Short, simple, straight to the point. I think your client needs therapy. Laughing emoji, crying laughing emoji. Imagine if this is real, right? We're taking this video to be real in this scenario. Imagine you paid this witch. You really believe in her. Pay her. They ask if they can post the spell work because that was a crazy reaction. You're like, yes, go ahead. I love your page. You see, oh, she posted my video. You open the comments and you see, I think your client needs therapy, crying, laughing emoji. Something that is, if we're reading the energy, very traumatizing, very troubling for this person and their ex. This situation is extremely toxic. I think your client needs therapy. This is why we don't open up intimate spell work to the public. This is why. And you know what? This person didn't do anything wrong. This video came across their feed, they watched it, they left a comment and scrolled on. Their opinion is kind of mean, but they didn't do anything wrong. This was presented to them on a silver platter. Last comment on this, and then we'll move on to my other video, which I'm excited for. This is an example, okay, of someone having their own interpretation, casting their own energy on the situation once again. Wow, that's a lot of buildup and rage and resentment on both sides. Lots of arguing, lots of back and forth BS. The ending though, concerned your client may not be in his best headspace. But this is very old working, so hopefully things have turned around for them. Once again, this person, they're just analyzing a situation that was presented to them to analyze, to have an opinion on. That's what I think a lot of people forget when posting on the internet. You're opening yourself to public scrutiny. You're opening yourself to public opinion. This is why I am really against publishing these types of spell works, because they're not for people to have opinions on. They're not for people to watch as a spectacle. They're not. These are something for your client only to see. But I want to talk about this next one, okay? This one's a doozy. Let's just watch it first, okay? Because I did a little investigation. Right away, how I got rid of my toxic ex, beginner friendly. All right, let's watch. This is one I got on my feed the other day. Okay, adding salt, normal protection. Carving the names on the candle, that's pretty standard for a lot of spells. Tying it together. Okay, I'm watching this. Okay, this is looking kind of legit. This is more of like a how-to. The boyfriend thing was probably just a little clickbait handle. Okay, separating the lines. This is looking good so far. Wait, whoa. Pause the fucking video. What the hell is this? Right? I say in my mind, what the hell? Draw a sigil or intention on a piece of paper. Why are they bringing up their phone scrolling through an app? Interesting. And then if you look, it says more info in the caption. Interesting. Let's keep watching. Okay, drawing the sigil, showing exactly some generic fucking shit affirmation that wouldn't even do jack shit in the spell, because this is a cord cutting ceremony. Saying I'm free is not enough. Okay, that is not enough. Okay, anyways, let's keep going. Okay, she's folding it away from her. That's great. Just making sure the energy is going away, burning the candles. Oh look, there they go. If we are taking this video as it is, before I did my research, she's presenting this, or they, I said she because their hands look effeminate, but it could be a dude. They presented this video as a real video. How I got rid of my toxic ex. Okay, so we're supposed to believe them in this scenario. What really caught me off guard was the random phone in the video. Because if you look at a lot of different how-to cord cutting videos, or just cord cutting videos in general, ain't nobody busting out their phone to show you an app. Okay, so my little Gen Z brain goes, whoop, whoop, whoop. This is a paid product. This is something you're gonna pay for. Let me show you this, okay? Let me show you. I open up the caption. I read it. More info. Easy cord cutting spell. First of all, cord cutting is not easy. Remove that word from there. Cord cutting is not easy. Cool, got that down. A cord cutting is a simple way to let go of someone or something, clearing lingering emotions and toxicity, and break free from negativity. Bro, she's selling this to you like it's a makeup palette that's about to change your life. Here we go, folks. The app I use is our digital spell book. It includes 30 powerful sigils and chants, plus a super beginner-friendly guide, so you'll know exactly what to do and why it works. Bingo! Ding, 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 ding. There it is. There it fucking is. Download our app. Download our app. This is apparently an app for beginners, and we're sitting here saying that the spell work is easy for beginners. A cord cutting ceremony is a beginner spell. Are we really fucking sitting here and saying that a cord cutting ceremony is a beginner friendly spell? The caption continues to go. Want the link? Comment spellbook and I'll send it. And then follow the page for more witchcraft magic. Girl, that's the shit that MLMs do. MLMs always be like, comment blue heart emoji and I'll send you the link. That is, so I go, okay, I've been in the witchcraft community a long time. I come from an era when people would post their information online for free. So I'm like, okay, let me not cast judgment too quickly. Maybe this is a free online book. You fucking idiots. It's $24.99 for sigils, for fucking sigils. Sigils are something you're supposed to make on your own anyways, right? Like you can borrow and take things and get some simple like universal sigils, but most of the time you're supposed to create your own sigils for your own magic. So you're paying $30 for something you're supposed to do for yourself anyways. A digital spell work for women who know they're meant for more and are finally ready to step into the ultimate, most powerful version of themselves. Fuck you. $25 for a collection of sigils and some fucking spell work? Are you kidding me? Edit this video. I looked at the screenshot. That fucking ebook is originally $40. So you would originally pay $40 fucking dollars for some sigil shit that you can Google and do yourself and some beginner spells that you could Google and do your fucking self. What I want to make clear, there is nothing wrong with marketing yourself. There is nothing wrong with selling your spiritual services. Hey, you know, I do Reiki services, I do tarot card readings, I do spell work for clients as well. I am no stranger to receiving money for these services. I am not saying they're not allowed to make money. What I'm saying is to present a serious spell as something real just to market and sell your fucking ebook for $24.99 is crazy. I actually do have a video about being aware of who you're purchasing things from in this community. You do not need to purchase an ebook with sigils. You don't. Type Google wealth sigil, money sigil, romance sigil, self-love sigil. It will come up. It will come up. And what you're supposed to do with sigils anyways is make it your own. Make it unique and personal for you. That is what you're supposed to do. Now, when it comes to different spells, there are tons of better books for beginner witches. So, ladies, gentlemen, they, thems, what have we learned today? We have learned the dangers and the unbeknownst and unknown consequences of posting very intimate spell works, in particular cord cutting ceremonies, online. The damage that could do to the person and their spells, and the unforeseen consequences on others that may have. Mystical beings, please make sure you like and subscribe. Join the tribe, become a mystical being today, and leave a comment down below if you did enjoy this style of video. If you want a personal reading from me, a spell work done, or a tarot card reading, links are down in the description box below. Make sure you follow my Instagram. That is where I'm most active. But other than that, I will see you in the next one. Take care.